It's horrendous, it's shameful, and it should definitely not be allowed. Now, as far as I'm concerned, in my own personal campaign, we have gotten around that through true grassroots. We do not, there have been people that have asked us, oh, let us help you. And the answer has been no, simply because it's the old Godfather idea. I know that one day they're going to ask me for a favor, and I don't want to be beholden to them. So I'd rather ask for nickels and dimes from, as we do, when I go canvassing, I say, I'd rather have your nickels and dimes any day than somebody's, $20,000 from one of the corporations. We just can't outmoney him. When it comes to Mike Turner, there's no way we can, in the matter of time, the short amount of time we have, but that's okay, because honestly, this has been the first time that we can take my issues to the people and hear them directly through social engineering. This is the first time that I can talk to my constituents through my Twitter, through my Facebook account, and they do talk to me. So I've been sending my letters out to my network, and that's how the word's been getting out. So quite frankly, I do it the old-fashioned way. I knock on doors. There have been 2 blizzards so far this year. I used those because I knew everybody would be home, and I knocked on doors, and I got to meet everyone, find out what their needs were. And I did a lot of social media engineering. So a lot of it has just been getting the word out through my email network, through people that have no axe to grind. They just want to get out the word that there is a woman that actually has a business acumen, someone that's a marketing figure that understands business. I understand the contracting world. And I'm a regular person. I'm not anybody special. I'm a regular mom. I have a daughter in college. I understand what it's like. And the real issues that we're trying to deal with, I'm dealing with them because I'm a regular person. So that's really what people want to know, is what do I stand for and what I won't stand for, and the fact that I'm not going to sit down and be nice about it. We're done. We're tired of asking, we're tired of begging, and we're tired of pleading.
Right.
So I'm just going to take it to the people, and they've been very, very responsive. I really believe we're going to win because we're going one-on-one, door-to-door, and the people are responding very, very well.
Beautiful. Let me make sure everything is good. Okay. You talked about issues. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the issues that are close to you?
Well, there are 3. I believe that, again, through knocking on doors, I believe that the #1 thing that people have told me over and over again is, Olivia, we're hurting, we're in pain. And I understand there are people whose moms have diabetic foot problems. There are people who are obviously been put out of their homes and are being in the process. There are people who can't find a job, and they're saying, we're hurting. And I said, well, why can't we have the resources.
Right.
We have the funding, the money to do this. So I said, okay, let me come back and put together a program. So I did. It's called 9 Square. And what it really essentially says is I go to every organization I possibly can. What do they call, the Kiwanis, the Rotary, the Optimist, my sorority, I'm a Zeta Phi Beta, the sororities, the fraternities, NPHC, PHC, whatever organization it is, they all have a mission, and most of the missions are to help their people. So what I'm asking is, give me 1 or 2 people for the 9 Square program, and I will teach you how to get grant money, and then you can go back and do your programming. Because quite frankly, in my military career, I was trained by General Colin Powell. He was our commanding general at the time, and he said, you know what, if you take care of the followers, the mission will take care of itself. And every year, there are millions of dollars that are given by corporations in lieu of taxes to their foundations. However, no one asks for the money. It goes back to the corporation. Now we're talking about General Mills, General Electric, General Dynamics, General Foods, General Motors. There's so much money out there that people just don't know, though they have access. So I feel that as your congressman, I would make sure that you knew about these programs and help you fish for yourself, and you can get them on your own. I think that would be much more advantageous than me just saying, well, here's a program over here. If you was a teach a man of fishing and he'll fish for a lifetime,
That's right.
It's that concept.
Okay.
So that's one. The other one is people say, our education system is really not going to be adequate for teaching everyone these tech jobs. I agree. Right now I've been working with STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math for years, since 1991. And one of the things I notice is we're only giving STEM education to about 10% of our population.
Okay.
That's not going to be enough.
No.
So I went to the Ohio, what's called the Great Lakes Science Center Museum in Cleveland, and the director of education there said, Olivia, why don't you bring back the Ohio Science Alliance? That would allow all of the museums, all the science museums who don't get visitation anymore because we've cut funding for it, but they still have content. They have wonderful content. So what he's asking is to get the science centers together, give them their content, put it in a mobile station that it can go to the teachers. And I thought, we wanted to do that many years ago, but we didn't have, there was a bandwidth issue with the internet. That now has been taken care of, and we can build a system like that. So that's what the Science Alliance will do. It will bring STEM technology, STEM engineering, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to all of the students, and those who really want to take advantage of that, we can make more, we can grow our own scientists, in other words.
Okay.
So that's item number 2. And of course, the third thing is we do need jobs. There's no two ways about that or getting around it. But one of the things we want to do immediately is to have something called a weekend boot camp.
Okay.
And that boot camp would start on a Friday. We'd ask everybody to bring their ideas for starting a business. It would be at, say, a Nutter Center or Convention Center or maybe the airport up north. But the idea is you come in and you bring your sleeping bag because you're going to be here all weekend. Lock in on a Friday. Wright State has a patent office. I don't think people know that. We have a patent office. We're going to utilize the marketing department, which is where I graduated from, the Swaney School of Business. UD has intellectual property lawyers, and we're going to utilize them. They will come and then help you build that business plan. Everybody says, build a business plan, and then we'll help you. Well, now you'll have one. At the end of Friday evening, you'll have one. Then on Saturday, we'll bring to bear all of the money people. So there'll be the SBA and their 7A, their 601 program. There's several. They'll bring that. There will be the CDBGs, Community Development Block Grants. They'll be there. There will be venture capitalists, angels, and folks like that have money to invest. So we'll have them. That'll be all day Saturday. Then in the evening, we'll probably have an hour or so of networking. But the rest of the evening will be realtors.
Okay.
We have so much vacant property in this town.
So
we'll bring that and say, now that you have all that you need, you have your funding, let's find a space for you to do your new business. Then finally Sunday, they will be introduced to Staff Mark, Crown Temporaries, Kelly Temporaries, Snelling, organizations, the Power Net. I really want to make sure that our ex-offender population gets involved in this. And also some of the other staffing like ODJFS, because we have a lot of people that are already listed for that. So now you have your business plan, you have your funding, you have your facility, and now you have your folks. I believe that if we can do that a couple of times a year, maybe once a quarter, maybe once a month, as needed, that would give us, our companies, because let's face it, we're not going to get new jobs generally out of old companies.
Yeah, I agree.
That being the case, and it's going to have to come from new companies, and this is how you build them. The president said it the other night, I've been saying it for years, we have to create new industries. We do, and it's those industries that will give us new companies, and I will defend that to the end.
Absolutely.
So those are the 3 things I want to do.
And I think that, of course, that's on the right path, because that is where it looks like everyone is talking about building up small businesses and helping communities to help themselves. Yes. Now, your run, what are some other things that you're doing on your campaign to let the people know about your position on issues?
Well, actually, I've gone to quite a number of meetings. Last night I was at the Northwest Priority Board, and I told them what was going on, as well as I've gone to the SCLC dinner the other day during Martin Luther King Day on Monday. I go to a lot of community events. A little while ago I just gave a lecture here at Wright State. with one of the professors in their Black Studies class. It was Black Radical Thought. Apparently I'm a radical.
Oh,
I
right.
like that. I think that's what we need right now. So I do a lot of community service. I go to a lot of meetings where the community leaders are, so they can take the word back and say, you know, we have someone that we can finally vote for that represents our interests.
Right.
And that's happened up and down the district, as well as Montgomery County, Greene County, and Fayette County. I've been to the South Dayton Dems. Everyone thinks obviously because I'm black, I'm only for the black community.
Right.
But no, that's not the case at all. I represent everyone, all the
Right.
constituents, whether they be Chinese or Latino or down in, like I said, in South Dayton, whether it be Washington Township. I'm a former resident of Oakwood, so of course I would represent them just as well as anyone else.
Right.
So I want everyone to know that as long as you are called to care for your brother, as long as you are called to take care of your community, we, like I said, when we take care of the followers, our mission will take care of itself.
Right.
So as long as we take care of our families and our communities, I think the rest will come. I hear a lot of programming that's coming down the pike. As your congressman, I will support that. So if you want to get something done, that's my job, is to facilitate that. And that is my only job. My job is not to make the rich richer.
Right.
My job is not to make myself richer. The job is to make the followers happier in what they do so they can be more successful. That's where our middle class is,
Right.
and we have to support them. The president's been saying it for about a year now. I've been saying it probably for 20 years. There is a way to do this where essentially it's a win-win-win.
Right.
If these people at the lowest end are taken care of, hopefully they will come up to the point where they can, it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Right.
If they can feed themselves, if they have a house, then they'll worry about education. If you're at the point where you're worried about education, then you can worry about taking care of your brother. It all kind of goes like that.
Right.
People can't worry about taking care of their brother when they're trying to worry about what's going to be in their gas tank or their food, or can they get to work tonight. That's kind of where we are, and I
Right.
believe that that's your congressman's job,
Yes.
is to understand what the pain is,
Right.
and to step back, see what we can facilitate, and then help that happen.
And I think that that's the direction that a lot of politicians need to go in and think on. And since you're thinking on that, how can those who are listening, how can we help your campaign? What are things that you need that we could help?
Well, actually, I need signs.
Okay.
We have recycled signs everywhere that we've found people that maybe they didn't win, or maybe they are not going to run again. We've recycled their signs. So if you want to help, please go to the website. It's liv2012.com. It's liv2012.com. And you can, right there where it says volunteer, there's a place where you can actually donate, and that'll give us funding. Because Wright State University said that for a very nominal fee, less than $1, they will give us covers for the new signs.
Okay.
So I can have all these, well, I have right now about 250 signs that were given to us, and Wright State is now going to sell us for a nominal fee a brand new cover for that sign, and we're going to staple them together and put them in. So when you go to the website, you'll see places where you can actually donate, and then of course you can walk the district with me. That's
Right.
tough. It's a very tough thing to do, but I do it, and you can always come in and knock doors with me. And of course there's phone calls that people can make, and sending emails. So those are the 4 things that we really need help with.
Okay.
The primary is March 6th. So whatever has to be done then, and I'll be really up 24 hours a day practically,
Right.
getting helping the organizers. We have several organizers helping them, fold flyers
Right.
and cut flyers and all that stuff, as well as preparing speeches for the next couple of days. We have an event at Crown Plaza on the 18th.
Okay.
With the Nation of Islam has an event. We have Beaver Creek Chamber of Commerce. I believe that's on the 7th. No, that's the women. It's the League of Women Voters is on the 7th. And the second is a group in Fairborn. So we're very, very active in going to these meetings, and I'll be going to probably one every other day just to get the word out. But that's okay, because like I said, I'd rather do it this way than rely on hundreds of thousands of dollars for television, because someone's gonna tap you on the shoulder and ask you a favor, and you'll have to do it. So we don't want to be beholden to that.
Right, and give that contact information out again so we can go and help your campaign, because the grassroots needs someone that is unbought and unbossed.
Well, thank you. It's Liv, as short for Olivia, L-I-V like Virginia, 2012.com.
Okay.
That's Liv 2012 at www.liv2012.com. And also you can just put my name in, Olivia Freeman for Congress, and that'll pop up immediately.
Okay, and I guess to close it out, your vision. What is your vision when you get into elected to that position? What is your vision for your constituency?
First thing, break up the banks. The president said the other night, we're not going to bail you out again. So that's one thing. There's a way that they're together, whereas the fox is watching the hen house right now. That has to stop. But that's one thing that I would do. Another thing, quite frankly, is I would support our communities in such that if you had 100 houses, I would love to see a community center in that neighborhood. I would love to see a school, a K-3 school in that community. I would love to see whatever the needs are for that little community, they should have that within their walls. There's something wonderful about going on a date with your girlfriend or whatever at the soda fountain. We are now getting into internet buying, internet selling. Old-fashioned general stores used to do that. That's what they were. So we need to bring that back, because we need to make more here. And right now, when you go to the stores, in order for them to, in brick and mortar stores, in order for them to be profitable, they're buying their stuff overseas. Well, if we could make it here, we could get rid of the brick and mortar stores and sell them on the internet. It would be our things made in our country with our people that we're selling on the internet. So, I mean, that's my vision. I don't think I'll live to see that, but I would love to move. In fact, the lecture I gave earlier today to young people at Wright State, that's what we want to share. You really can't let us build the 21st century. I wish we had done it, but we didn't. So now you're going to have to build the 21st century. Right, absolutely. So I will lay some things out for you and do everything I can for you in that direction, but I leave it to you young people to continue on. Beautiful.
Well, we want to thank you, of course, here for giving us some of your time and helping us to have hope in the future, because I think a lot of people have become turned away from politics. But if we can trust in a person who we know is not paid for and controlled by those corporate dollars, then there is hope.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Take care, sister.
Have a great evening. Thank you.